No, I trust it. It's definitely going to stop. It's going to stop. It's going to stop. No. Okay. No, God.
In episode 1, Perifractic started turning his Tesla Model 3 into a nice bit of kit from Knight Rider.
Hello, Perifractic.
And in so doing, gave himself a perifracture,
God, that really hurt.
made himself policeman bait, and drove up his own nostril. Yet, despite all that, he's still making what might be the coolest car in the world. In the world? No, don't show this, I meant to be Clara Jerkson.
Hello, Chip Dippers, and thanks for joining me and Kit, and of course Puppyfractic in the back, for another Resipode episode. Kit, introduce yourself.
I'm the Knight Industries 2000, sure enough. Ready to ramble, ready to roll, ready to strut my stuff.
I promise you, he's never done that before. This again wasn't scripted. Puppyfractic, introduce yourself.
I'm the Knight Industries 2000.
Thought that was the dog talking for a minute. Anyway, since that first episode, a grand master plan has emerged.
It's worse than I imagined.
I quite like it actually. He's still cheeky, as you can tell, but here's what's going to happen. Now, you might have noticed that the opening titles has been slowly evolving in every episode we've done. In that first one where I went to look at the Knight Rider filming locations, we basically used the same opening titles from the show, but I just changed the people. And then the last episode, when we started turning this car into Kit, or Kit Tesla, I started dropping in shots from the car to replace those of Kit from the show. And then, as you just saw in these opening titles, I've added in shots from this episode as little teasers of what's coming up. What I want to do is, by the end of this project, in a couple of episodes' time, go to El Mirage Dry Lake, which is where they filmed the original opening titles, go at the same time of day, and we're going to completely remake the opening titles. Maybe not the turbo boosts, but as much as possible using this car, after it's had perhaps a black wrap, chrome delete, and some other exterior improvements.
Any color, as long as it's black.
Maybe to make them really authentic, I'll even wear an 80s perm wig. Let me know what you think about that.
Are you kidding me?
Not kidding, it's a genuine idea I've had, at least.
I certainly hope not.
Just never gets old. Now, I've got some incredible surprises coming up in this episode, so we better crack on because we've got a lot to do, and some of it's quite ambitious. So first, as you may have noticed and heard, we've made the interior sound and look a lot more like Kit. But what about the exterior?
I believe there is a considerable risk factor involved in this operation.
What driver doesn't have a license? A screwdriver. Don't get it. Oh, hello, Chip Dippers. I was just folding my shoes. By the way, what part of the car is the laziest? The wheels, because they're always tired. Anyway, cars like the Tesla Model Y and more recent Model 3s have a pedestrian speaker underneath, but it can also do some quite fun things. Here on the app, you can see me booking a service appointment to get the speaker retrofitted. And believe it or not, they're going to come out to the house with a truck and actually install it in my driveway. This is one of the many reasons that I love Tesla. It's basically the equivalent of Kit's Semi driving to find him to perform repairs on him. Well, I was excited until they emailed me to say, actually, my car is too old. Yeah, forget 1982, this relic was built in 2019. But then, almost immediately, I received an email from a company called GlideSphere. And this might actually be a bit of a blessing in disguise, because had I been able to add the KITT turbine sound, because after all, he didn't have an electric engine, he had a jet turbine engine. Had I been able to add that using the Tesla speaker, it would only have played the sound at one speed. However, the GlideSphere actually speeds up and slows down and makes other artificial intelligence modifications to the sound, depending on the speed you're traveling. It's actually designed as an enhancement over the Tesla system. It hasn't even been released yet, but they've sent me a pre-production sample. Oh, it's heavy. GlideSphere. Why I said that so creepily. Show everybody you're okay. You'll be okay. Look at this. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, I've got some little accessories. Oh wow, so this is the power pack, because this thing actually is battery powered. And just what I need more of, USB cables. Now it comes with an on-off key fob for the battery. If you have a Tesla, you don't really have keys. Let's let this cat out of its bag. Okay, let's see what comes out of here. Oh my gosh. Look at this. You want to be a DJ? No, you can. Wow. Really heavy still. Well, let's see what's going on under here. It's a serious bit of kit. No pun intended. There's always a pun intended. Power. So input 1, I think, comes from your phone, because right now this isn't Bluetooth compatible. So we're going to have to run a cable from the phone to play the sounds. And there's the other side of that. And those lights just show you the various inputs. Now, they tell me this is more than just a dumb Bluetooth speaker or wired speaker. Apparently there's more in the algorithm and more going on inside here. It's got some special magnets that are top of the range, going to give us some incredible sound. And most of the magic happens on the phone app itself. Warning, this product contains chemicals known to the state of California to cause cancer. It's been great knowing you all, and thank you for subscribing and supporting the Patreon. We'll probably be fine. Warning, warning, cancer, la 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 la.
Yada yada yada, yada yada.
All pretty self-explanatory. We'll figure it out. I will just show you the app. So, series of different sounds here, which I think are all available from the library. And let's turn it on. So when we get in our car, this is the kind of thing we're going to do. Now you can see that this is actually something quite special. So let's simulate speeding up and slowing down just by tilting the phone. Slow down. Imagine being a pedestrian. That kind of sounds a bit like KITT anyway. Photon really does. And apparently we should also be able to just trigger sounds from the KITT app itself, and they'll play through this speaker as well while we're driving. However, I think we can go one better. At their website here, you can actually upload your own sounds. So you guessed it, I've selected a number of sounds, then it's going to give us this code, and then we can go to our custom sounds, hit plus, and it gives us a QR code scanner. So we're going to scan the website, not my sign, and load those sounds into this app. So with that all done, you see I've got 3 main sounds here. So let's go install this in the car. Oh, I can't wait. Can you give me a hand? Thank you. Come on, heave. Oh. So, I haven't tested it yet, and I think to test it out would be more fun if we had a little helper. Here she is. Hello, Lady Factic.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Tesla Industries 2000.
Tesla Industries?
TITT for short.
Yep.
She just got it.
Yeah.
Well, without further ado, let's try out the EV speaker. Of course, you have to put your pin in first.
Of course.
Okay.
Safety first.
Safety first. Okay, you ready?
Mhm.
See how this sounds.
Sounds great.
I wonder if the battery is on. Hang on. Okay. How's it sound? I have to put it in drive.
That would help, yes. Oh. Well, this is awkward. Oh, it's a Tesla parade. It sounds like a spaceship, but it sounds like a rocket.
Well, Kit had a turbine engine.
Ah, yes.
Now, we also have,
Yeah.
as it, the engine suddenly sounds like it's cut out. So scanner is off now, right?
Yes.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's very cool. Oh, I love that.
Now I have to synchronize when I'm doing it, but still.
Well, at least you don't have to use your hands when you steer. Very, very cool. Oh.
Okay, we have one more surprise.
Oh, yeah?
Let's hear this one.
Okay. Is this a car or a spaceship? This is never gonna get old.
You know, I'm not a drive with the window down kind of guy, but now I just want to keep the window down the whole time. Roll on summer.
Are you kidding me?
I don't want to overstate this too much, but I really feel like I'm David Hasselhoff.
I don't believe it. It's not possible. Is that you?
Oh, he thinks I am? He thinks I'm David Hasselhoff. I guess even when he was filming, he didn't have the actual turbine sound. Wow, we've even got one up on the making of the original show.
My databanks have nothing on it.
Oh, you didn't realize it was a show, right?
Whatever you say.
He doesn't believe me.
Not that I don't trust him, I do. I forgot that I was visible, so I was trying to be cool, and then I was just like,
As a plus, I didn't kill my wife, so.
not this time.
Indeed. And just as SPM stands for Super Pursuit Mode, as we all know, PCB Way stands for Great PCBs from $5 and for Perfect Car Buddy with added yoke. Doesn't it? Brakes work. It's me! The other car looked just like mine. I think we'll have to change the look of this one.
I think you're right.
So it also has other sounds built in, like this one.
License and registration.
I'm with the Foundation for Law and Government.
Okay.
Thank you. Also, here's my registration.
Oh, good. Did you know that those lights are illegal?
What lights? Now, if we turn that off, I'm also told that the actual Kit app will work through the speakers. So that startup sound that you heard originally was from GlideSphere app, but now we're in the Kit app, so we can say things like,
A little consideration would be a beginning.
and we just have fun. There's also a whole list of commands here. Hey Kit, what do you think about Lady Fractic?
Charming and cautious young woman.
Oh, wow.
And it's even got all the sound effects built into the app, so I could do the ejector seat. Welcome back. Or the dot matrix printer. Beautiful. Kit, scan them. What was it, Kit?
Good heavens, and I thought Michael was difficult.
Wow. I
Rude.
think he was talking to you.
Oh,
You were charming a minute ago. So, Kit, how do you like your new mouth? Oh, it's your hood. I guess you wear your hood on your head.
His bonnet.
Why?
Because a hood is like a bonnet, and a bonnet is English for hood.
I'm afraid I don't understand your point.
He's very American.
I'm just being British. Don't worry about it, Kit.
I'm sorry, the search of my data banks turned up negative.
He's trying to find a bonnet.
He's got a bee in his bonnet.
Not at all.
Not at all. Remember, he can go on all day like this.
I mean,
I don't think we want to find that out.
How does he get this so perfect?
I don't know. He's just built
Sometimes you're so insensitive.
Oh, I'm sorry.
rude.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're rude.
Very funny.
Ha ha ha.
Is there anything else you'd like to say to Kit before we power down?
Hey, Kit, I love you.
It's a cross I have to bear.
All right. Well, we've got a few more mods, so we better get on with those. Kit, turbo boost.
I'm at full power.
Boys and their toys.
Hey, do you need a ride?
Yeah.
Kit, open the door.
Whatever you say.
Trying to turn it off here. Kit, turn off.
I can, yes. But why would I want to?
Turn off.
After all, we're only human, right?
Did you just get louder?
But of course, it isn't all perfect. Here's what happened when Team 17 Worms coder Chris Blythe and I went out to try summoning one night in a busy parking lot.
We're going to ask for the car to come and get us.
Where's my car?
Come to me. You have to hold it. Holy shnikes. There's no way this is happening. What? There's no one in that car. Shit. Whoa.
Okay.
It just went around.
We're gonna
Dude, it's just stopped.
see. This is all part of the beta test.
I know that the person that's in that car doesn't know it's being beta tested too. They're like, what's wrong with that person?
Okay.
This is amazing.
Now it's gonna get a bit more confident.
All right. Come on, car.
Okay.
Oh, is it going to turn? Dude. You failed, car. Sorry. Sorry about that.
And we're beta testing important developments for the future of
this was
humanity.
good, but not good enough.
I apologize again to those people. Oh, that was embarrassing. But strangely, when nobody's watching, summoning seems to work perfectly.
Is that a fact?
It is. Watch this. Hi. How did you overshoot? How was your Uber? It was good? Oh, you bought this? What did you buy? Let's see. Oh, your very own car. You have another Uber ride to go to? Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Off you go. Bye. You should get behind the steering wheel. Go get behind the steering wheel. Okay. Mind that cliff. Good girl. Nice driving, baby.
No comment.
He's jealous.
Sorry, Michael.
Well, these computer things are just a waste of time anyway.
Okay, now I'm really excited about this mod, and I know a few of you are too from the comments in the last video, but I showed this meme Oh, won't I? Yep, I like a challenge. And it just so happens that I've got some Atari joysticks, just like it looked like David Hasselhoff was using. And wouldn't it be lovely if we could get this working?
A very good question.
Yes. Problem is, it's got an old school Atari 9-pin plug on the end. And
Whatever you say.
no, it does, look. Now, we know from other videos that the Tesla games that are on offer here, and there are quite a lot of them, will work with modern gamepads.
Are you quite sure?
Yeah, I've seen the videos. A new edition, for example, was Sonic, but the episode that meme was taken from was called Deadly Maneuvers. Now, in that episode, Michael was playing a racing game, and there are racing games on here. For example, Beach Buggy Racing 2. Allow me to demonstrate. Okay, here we go. I like that black one. Looks like Kit. Gives me an idea. But first... That sounds like Kit. That's weird. That really sounds like Kit, doesn't it? I don't remember that. Oh, this is frustrating. Ow! Can someone move this pigeon? Oil slick. This is very Knight Rider, actually. Yes! 6th place out of 6. You can tell I'm an old school retro gamer. But it is a lot of fun, isn't it? And fun for all the family, in fact. Let's see how Josie Factic's getting on with her games.
Okay. Oh! Oh no, I think I hit a seagull! Am I not supposed to hit the seagulls, or am I supposed to hit the seagulls? I feel like I probably shouldn't hit the seagulls. Okay, this is a lot harder than it looks. They want you to, like, go ham with the steering wheel. No! Wrong way! It's so bad! It's so bad. Okay. Going the right way for a smack bottom. Oh no! It's a chicken up! Oh, you're on fire! Nice. Sorry, little guy. What is even happening? Bunkerville Farm.
Wait, I just remembered we're meant to be doing something to do with Atari joysticks, aren't we? It's easy to get distracted. But if you'd like to see more of
Josie!
We'll be sharing her full 20-minute play session exclusively with supporters soon.
This definitely seems like a more long-term game.
Great fun there, thank you ladies. But back to our conundrum of using Atari 8-bit joysticks with 9-pin plugs. How do we use those? Well, Retronica Design sent me this adapter. It is actually a USB to 9-pin adapter specially designed to allow you to play with old joysticks on new devices. Let's see if it works in here. So firstly we connect the joystick to the adapter, and then in here are the USB ports.
I must say I have my doubts about this.
Let's see. Now, I'm wearing an Asteroids t-shirt, so why don't we play Centipede? No, I'm kidding, play Asteroids. I have no idea if this is going to work, so thanks for discovering with me. Push start. It actually works. I can fire, I can go left, right, rotate, forward. That's it, that's all the controls. We are like Michael Knight playing 8-bit games in Kit Tesla. Yes! In the meantime, this does make a very handy joystick stowage area. And quite fittingly, I think Tesla recently removed the ability to play games with a gamepad while you're driving, and quite rightly so. We don't want it to actually become a deadly maneuver.
Very funny.
Now, Hansho makes this display, and they're going to send it to me when they're back in stock, but I'm also talking to them about customizing it to look more like Kit. That could be kind of cool.
Good idea.
Thank you. Anyway, Mio also made this Knight Rider GPS unit, navigation unit, but to me personally, I think it looks a little plasticky and cheesy. After all, when Michael was driving with Kit, he didn't have Knight Rider written on the dashboard in front of him.
Anything in particular you want me to look for?
Well, as you asked, Kit, I think for now it would be quite cool if we could convert the Tesla screen into a kind of Kit-style display screen. After all, I love the Tesla. I'm not trying to take the Tesla out of this. It is Kit Tesla after all. But keeping the stock stuff as much as possible, but making it feel more like Kit, I think is the key to this project. Now, I did find this, the Peacemaker package, and it lets you press buttons and stuff. Obviously nothing happens, but it's pretty cool for the effect. But I did find this on YouTube. This is by the Knight Rider store, guys. Now, Tesla allows you to watch YouTube videos when you're parked, only for safety reasons, and quite rightly as well. So then I thought, what if I converted that video into a big GIF? G as in giraffe.
Do you really think so?
What? The maker of the GIF, the creator of the GIF, said so himself. It's GIF, it's not a giraffe. Anyway, we could go on forever with that debate and we'll never ever solve it. But what if I made a big GIF/GIF of that video file? Because you can browse the web while you're driving. We could then have that playing on the display while we drive. GIF. And if we want the user interface to match a little better, just turn on dark mode. Yes. I tell you, with that and the turbine sound outside, that on the screen, the sounds coming from Kit,
It's worse than I imagined.
it's better than I ever imagined. Wow. Hey, baby. You're such a good girl. I love you.
Thank you. Feelings mutual.
That's very sweet, but I was talking to my dog.
No comment.
Awkward. Now, last but not least, I think I've come up with a way to talk to my wristwatch, like Michael would talk to Kit through the wristwatch, and do various things like pop the trunk, Kit, pop the frunk, Kit. Now, of course, there are watch faces available that mimic the style of Michael's watch. They don't actually do anything with your car, but there's an app for that too. So this is the app. It's called Watch for Tesla, and it lets you perform various functions, not only through the app, but through Siri. When you're calling Siri from the watch, you can either say, "Hey Siri, what's the weather?"
I think so.
It's currently clear and 61 degrees.
Too many AIs in this car. But I've realized with Watch for Tesla, I can rename the voice command to say Kit first. So I can literally say, "Kit, pop the trunk," However, I would have to say, hey Siri, before that. Hey Siri, hey Kit. It doesn't feel right. However, if you notice in the show, Michael always holds the watch and seems to be pressing a button, which means I don't have to say, hey Siri. I can literally just hold the button and say, hey Kit. Let's try it out.
Speechless.
All right, well, let's see if this works. Starting with the front boot of fruit. Hey Kit, pop the trunk. Oh, no, stop, cancel. That's not the trunk, frunk. But we're gonna call it what Michael calls it in the show, the hood. Hey Kit, pop the hood. And I like that it reveals the strobe light as well. Now, with this particular hood, oh, speaker. I forgot about that. I have to open it manually, but Hansho also do an auto opening, auto closing front trunk and front and back boot. So hopefully they're going to send us those, which means when we pop the trunk or pop the boot, it will actually go up and down all by itself. Hey Kit, close the frunk. Sounds weird. Hey Kit, super pursuit mode. Love it. That's a lot of fun and all well and good, but it's kind of simplistic in a way. What if I could actually use the watch to tell Kit to come to me, just like Michael did in the show? Now, admittedly, my car might summon a bit slower than Kit right now, but in the future, this is only going to get better. So with the phone companion to the watch app updated, let's see if our future-proofed Kit will actually come and get me just from the watch.
Kit? Kit! Kit!
Okay, got to get into character like a Michael Knight. I've been chased by baddies with guns every week, and they also have 80s perms, which is frankly more terrifying. Okay, in character. Hey Kit, I need you, buddy. Look at that. Oh, wow. All just with my watch, Michael Knight. It should stop just here. When it should sense me, you know, it obviously will detect pedestrians. It should stop right here. It's definitely, no, I trust it. It's definitely going to stop. It's going to stop. It's going to stop. No. Oh, okay. No, God. Call 999. What's the number? I'm scared. Kit, stop. Siri. Hey, Siri. Simon says stop. Oh, hey, Kit, stop. No, not here. Hey, Kit, I need you, buddy. Scratching my head. Yeah. Okay. I'll be okay. I'm okay. I'm cool. I'm Michael Knight. I've had a Michael fright. Oh, sorry. I was just kind of imagining how ironic it would be if I asked Kit for help and he ran me over. Well, back to reality. Let's try this out. Hey, Kit, I need you, buddy. And he should stop right in front of me. Perfect. This is amazing.
Industry 2000's microprocessor.
But don't worry, after the molecular bonded shell had regenerated, everything was fine. Now, there's almost no limit to the number of commands you can add to the watch in this way. Having Kit start the air conditioning on a hot day, for example, has become super simple for me. Now, and in case you were wondering how it really might respond if you're in the way and you ask it to keep driving forward, well, it just drives around you. Magical. By the way, the Tesla already responds to 180 voice commands, and sometimes if I combine them with Kit listening at the same time, it's almost as if he's performing those functions for me. So watch this. If I hold the button for Tesla but talk, Kit will think I'm talking to him, and the thing will actually work. Kit, open the glove box.
Anything in particular you want me to look for?
This is too much fun, guys. I'm having too much fun. I may have to cancel episode 3. Kit, my bum is cold.
I need more data for my information book.
What, do you want a photo?
Very funny.
I don't need to script any of my videos anymore. This is incredible. But when that happens and things go off in the car, it really feels like he is granting my every wish. And
I certainly hope so.
thank you. In fact, this whole project is kind of like a dream come true. And I just want to thank you guys sincerely for joining me for the ride and just making it all the more fun with your comments and your ideas. Well, make sure you're subscribed all the way. Click the bell, and
Good idea.
I thought you'd agree, because in the next episode I'm going to be doing some magical exterior modifications to make this look even more like 2022 version of Kit 40 years later. And I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Support for early access below, and cheerio. Kit, super pursuit mode.